Hello and good morning. Welcome to episode 3 of my podcast. I'm Andy Hoffer of Andy Hoffer Coaching. And today I made a post about crying at the gym. Now, I've made posts like that before. I've shown myself crying at the gym. And I've had people be like, listen, if you're crying, you need to stop. Or something to the effect of, if you're crying, you're doing it wrong. Like, if you love something, you shouldn't be crying. Now, while it is easy to agree with them, I want to talk about why I do it. So the post was in general about, doing really hard things. For me, I have a goal. I have a pretty big goal. And it's to see how far I can take it in bodybuilding. I've been doing it for a few years now. And I've learned that, just the person that I am, I don't want to do things every single day. It's been a product of, years and years and years of being undisciplined, of not being able to control myself because of addiction. And, I am fighting those demons. So yeah, I go to the gym and I cry and I get through it though. What are those tears? Are they actually tears of not wanting to do it? Or are they tears of this petulant child inside of me that wants to be comforted all the time? When I think of like what an ideal day is, it's being lazy. It's doing nothing. It's sitting around. It's eating everything. It's basically succumbing to my vices. Sloth, gluttony. Those are like the two biggest offenders in my life. And yes, I have to overcome those things. But what you might not know about me is, even though I have a tough exterior at times, I'm really like a delicate flower, okay? My mom used to say, you know what, Andy? If somebody called you a flower, you would probably melt into tears. And I guess given a certain context, I'd probably cry if somebody called me a flower. The point is that my spirit is easily brought to tears. So me being in tears at the gym, that's actually really easy to make me do. Now, there are other people who don't cry so often, so maybe you never cry at the gym. But the point is that when you want to do something that is really hard, when you have a dream that is really big, something that is unimaginable to those around you, you got to do some stuff that other people will never understand. People might not understand why I bring my food to a party. People might not understand why, when I'm close to a show, I just don't have the energy to go out. People might not understand even being up on a stage in a eeny weeny teeny bikini, right? People just aren't going to get it. People aren't going to get that, I need to cry at the gym. But that's because that day is really hard for me. But I know that the alternative, I know that what's on the other side of me not going is more pain and suffering than a few tears at the gym. So I'm going to look crazy at the gym, guys. That's just what it is. But then I start to think, how many of us are limiting ourselves because of what other people think, what other people think should happen, or how a path is supposed to look, how things are supposed to happen. You're not supposed to cry. There's no crying in baseball. And maybe there is crying in baseball. Maybe there is crying at the gym. Maybe there are days that feel impossible, and you got to do what you got to do to get to the gym, or to whatever goal it is that you want. Why are we letting people dictate Why are we letting people dictate exactly how our path is supposed to look? When I set out on this journey, I really thought, I really like it. I enjoy it. It should be easy. Like, I feel like that sometimes too. That, why isn't this easy for me? Why can't every day just be sunshines and rainbows? Why do I have to cry at the gym? Why do I have to feel like this is like such a terrible day? Why do I have to feel like a lead brick is around my neck getting out of bed? But this is my journey, and I'm embracing it. I'm embracing the good days, the hard days, the days where I just need to throw on like one of my get hype songs and just get it done. I'm embracing all of it, the good, bad, ugly. But what I will never do is I will never quit. I will never, like I even said, if God forbid something were to happen to me and I am confined to a wheelchair, I will be one of those wheelchair bodybuilders. Like, you cannot stop me from what I love to do. Being up on that stage has taught me that I can do really hard things if I just set my mind to it. I've spent the past, 3-4 years cultivating and honing a new person through this goal. And it's definitely not going to be curtailed by somebody on the internet telling me I'm doing it wrong. What do they know about my life? What do they know about my responsibilities, my hardships, my heartaches? What do they know? Nothing. That's the answer to that. And then on the other side of it are the people who are doing really big things. And they might not say, hey, yeah, cry at the gym. But they say, you know what? If you got something you got to do, you just do it. There is no easy days goal. It's just not like that. If you have a goal, like, let me put it to you like this. I always feel like if I have a goal that's easy to get to, that's not a goal. That's just a task. That's just something I can check off my list. A goal is something that you have to work hard for, whatever that looks like. Blood, sweat, tears. And trust me, I've given all three for my goal. And the beautiful thing about this is that, like, even if I don't reach my goal, even if I don't even come close to touching it, I am still going to give the blood, sweat, and tears. So that's my message for you today. If you've got a goal, if you're feeling like there's self-doubt, if you're feeling like, why am I doing this? If you're feeling like, man, I have to cry through this next thing, and that doesn't seem right. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I should stop. Maybe right now isn't a good time for me. Maybe I'll try again later. Your goal is never going to get easier. You just have to build up more discipline and more strength, whatever that means for you. And you can do it. You can get out there and accomplish these wonderful things, but it's going to take blood, sweat, and tears. And just know that other people who are doing big things out there are shedding those same blood, sweat, and tears that you are. We are all in this together. You do not have to do this alone, but you do have to do it. You do have to get out there, put another drop in the bucket, take another step towards your goal, and see how far you've come. Are you satisfied? Have you done everything that you could? Have you sacrificed everything that you could for this goal? Because if not, keep going. You got this. All right, everybody. That's it for me. Thank you for joining me on my walk today. Happy Sunday. Don't forget to go to church if you go to church, if that's your thing. Love you guys.